welcome to The Stars Made Me Do It. This is a rebirth. It's The Stars Made Me Do It Rebirth. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have been here sometime between 2020 and 2026, welcome back. The Stars Made Me Do It is going through a rebirth. So welcome to the reborn first episode of the podcast. I'm Sierra. And back in 2020, when I started The Stars Made Me Do It, I was an astrology hobbyist and became obsessed with astrology to the point where I am now a professional astrologer. And also, I've got Gemini placements and Sag placements, and I never stopped talking. So slapped a mic on it and haven't stopped talking about astrology since. So we're really excited to have a variety of voices joining this rebirth. And we are most excited for a very familiar voice, the OG co-creator of The Stars Made Me Do It, Tara.
Hello.
Yes. Look who's back again.
Tara's back. Look who came crawling back. Hello. I'm happy to be here. Hello, fellow listeners and all that. Do you have a name for your listeners?
There was like a time where it was like, are you the shooting stars? Are you the rock stars? Are you the pop stars? You know, like what listeners, what would you like to be called?
I like the rock stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I let them decide. I think usually the people who are listening or following come up with their own name. Like the Killers, their fans are the victims. I love that.
I freaking love that.
So
Shout
clever.
out to Killers fans. Tara and I, like, that's like one of the concerts we've been to together. Love
yes. It was amazing. Talk about that another time.
Anyways, we are here on The Stars Made Me Do It, original like co-creators of this incredible astrological fun pod, and we're ready to talk about all of the astrology things, but a lot more than just astrology.
Indeed. Because why not weave astrology into every other thing we're going to talk about, you know?
Which is literally what we do, which is literally what we already do. So
yes.
We have a lot of changes and can't wait to update you on all of those things. But some quick technical stuff. While this is technically episode 1 now, you can still listen to many of the episodes of the older episodes for free over on patreon.com/thestarsmademeddoit. So if you're searching for some of the old episodes, you can find them there. And as far as other topics that you have enjoyed listening in the past or would like to listen in the future, you can contact us over there, or you can email us, or you can check us out on socials. We are on pretty much everything at The Stars Made Me podcast.
There are old ones of us from like 6 years ago on there. Yeah. I should go back and listen.
Yeah.
I would like to hear what we were talking about.
I know. And like, so this, like, that gets to the heart of what this is. If you're new here, the heart of The Stars Made Me Do It is talking about everything, but with an astrology lens. And also talking about it, like, we started off being like, hey, we know a lot about astrology, maybe not to, you know, more than just kind of a dabbling hobbyist level, but we know some stuff. Let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. And so it's both, this podcast is both educational and fun. And so it's a refresh because we are feeling all of the heaviness of life, and we are going to have a little bit, our episodes are going to be a little bit shorter so that we can have some, you know, mental space for everything else that we're doing in life. And we are also going to be talking about topics outside of just astrology informational episodes. It's everything with an astrology lens, but that is going to include informational episodes and just fun episodes. So it's an astrology hangout.
Yes, because believe it or not, we obsess about other things besides astrology. And we want to talk about those things.
And like, but like everything always comes back to, even if we're talking about something so random, we're like, that's such a Taurus move though, you know? Like it just comes back to that. So that's what this is. The Stars Made Me Do It, astrology, but other things dabbled in there. So we're going to have deep dives, and we're also going to have light topics, and we're also going to have other guests and voices on the podcast. There's going to be some recurring ones that you're going to meet and get familiar with. And then we are also, I mean, this has become such a, you know, astrology is something that's global, and, you know, anyone who does know me knows my chatty ass just befriends people everywhere that I go. And so I'm just like, all the connections that I've made, like so many people are going to be able to come and join us and chat with us here. And so we have lots of variety coming as well. And if you don't know us at all and you're new here, we can just do a little introducing ourselves. So we're cousins, first and foremost.
First cousins on our mother's side.
Yes. And I guess the long-standing, it's not a joke, it's truth, is that the first year of Tara's life was the loneliest.
It was, while I waited for you to come into existence. I would, no, you know what? I would even say probably the first, what is it, like 4 months of my existence, because you literally you were not existing on this earth.
Existing.
You were not conceived until I was 4 months old. So
there we go.
And then I had to wait another 9 months. And then we didn't even meet until Easter of 91.
Easter of 1991 is when this friendship started.
It's the 35-year anniversary this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Of our meeting.
Friends for 35 years, yes.
So we are cousins. We have been pretty inseparable our entire lives, and we'll get into the astrology of that. But we really, around 2020, got into every time that we would chat, it would just have an astrology lens on it. We'd be talking about a series we're watching, books that we're reading, and then just like speculating what those characters are. So that's the heart of this podcast. And then I just went on a roll with it and made it my entire personality, which is a lot for a Sagittarius to have like one overarching personality. But here it is. It's astrology.
But it encompasses all the other things.
Yeah.
Right?
It really does. Mm-hmm. It really does, because everything comes back to, I don't know, the thing that I love so much about astrology is that it just gives this foundation of understanding and like taking away judgment. And when you can understand, and you have this framework, it's a blueprint of understanding people and things and events. And when you understand something, it doesn't mean that you can't be angry or annoyed with something. But when you have more information, it just kind of like, it gives you that exhale of understanding. And I just feel like that's so important. And then it becomes fun to be like, oh, I notice these patterns. I'm a pattern person. Like I notice these patterns. Like this reminds me of Virgo behavior. This person's got to have something Virgo or got to have something mutable in Earth going on. And like, you know, like just like pattern recognition. So anyways,
yes,
that's why it is this overarching theme. And we can just give a little overview of who we are. So who are you? What are your top 3? Tell us about you.
I'm a triple Libra, as Libra as they come. But also it's all in my 12th house. So I'm not an extrovert. I am not the life of the party. I don't want to say, not usually. I'm not looking to go out and socialize and make friends. I'm kind of the opposite of you. We balance. We Libra. Yes, triple Libra. It was a bummer at first to find out that I was just Libra, and Libra. And there's also more Libra in my chart besides that. But yes, I am what I am. That's what I say.
I am what I am. But like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it is a bummer, but I also think it's such a power move to be like, when people are like, what are your top 3? You're like, I'm a Libra sun. Pause. Libra moon, and Libra rising. And
yes.
It's like, holy shit.
No, finding out. So, you know, not everyone, but most people growing up, they know their sun sign. And I knew I was a Libra. And then when we were getting more into this, we discovered, I don't know if it was moon or ascending sign first.
It was rising. Yeah.
Rising. Okay. And you know, we looked into that and, oh, okay. What's my ascending sign? Oh, it's Libra. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. And you were an ascending Sagittarius too, which still are. But that was fun. It was Sag, and Libra. And then we found out the moon signs, and I'm like, oh, what's the other aspect to me? What is it? And you got a different one, but I was yet again a Libra. So it was a little bit of a bummer at the time, but I've embraced it now. And now, I mean, yeah, I am what I am. I am a Libra.
I also like it though. Like we'll get into like, I mean, many people here like do know the technical stuff. And for those who don't, it's all good. We'll get into it. Like I will get into how I'm a former elementary school teacher. I like teaching the basic things, but your Venus, which rules Libra, like your Venus influences all of your Libra, is in Scorpio. And so while you are this triple Libra with more Libra going on in your chart, all of that's influenced by Scorpio, which is so like, I'm good with my privacy and my people. I don't need to be the life of the party like that. So it makes so much sense that you are this Libra, that, you know, you've got all the qualities of Libra, but with that Scorpio, like
I'm a Libra with secrets.
a Libra with secrets. You are a Libra with secrets.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like fortress, like you're a Libra in a fortress of secrets.
Yeah.
A mysterious Libra.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Love
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us about you.
I am Sagittarius rising, like Tara said. And yeah, we discovered that and thought it was so cool. Okay, we're both, you know, our sun signs and our rising signs or ascendant are the same thing, which makes sense because we were both born around sunrise. So it makes sense that we have the same sun and rising. But I am a Capricorn moon. And that was like the moment that astrology just like cracked open for me. Like as soon as I found that I was a Capricorn moon, it's like everything made sense. My whole like inner world and why I feel the way I feel and why like, you know, feelings can sometimes be so hard. Like Capricorn moon just made so much sense. And so I am like this elementary school teacher turned astrologer, tarot reader, professional witch essentially at this point. Like I love the teaching aspect of thing and the connecting. I really love like just I also host a book club. It is Magical Book Club for those of you who are interested. It's going to have some dabbling in the podcast Rebirth as well. But I really love community and connecting with people. And that makes so much sense for my Sagittarius self because it's all about exploring and curiosity and more and more and more and more. And so one topic is not enough. And that's why I think astrology is the best because I'm never bored. Like I've got Sagittarius and I have Gemini in my chart too. And it's like if I'm bored, I'm over it. And you can't ever get bored with astrology because there's just so much to learn. There's so much to learn. So as of now, I'm a professional astrologer, tarot reader, and book club, I don't know, moderator, let's say. And, but the elementary school teacher in me loves talking about things on this basic level. And so if you are here to learn, I'm here to teach. But if you're also here to just hang out and chat, I mean, I literally just hang out and chat all day, every day with every person in my life. Like Tara said, we're the opposite. You're like, I need no one.
And I'm like, please just leave me alone. Everybody just go away. Yeah, no, I didn't mention like, I have the boring, whatever office job, but I would say I'm a mom. That's my number one thing.
Yes.
I'm a mom. So there's going to be a lot of like mom, relatable things, let's say here,
which we
because there, yeah. We'll get into it at another time. But yes, a lot of the time, just like, can everyone just go away? Can I just have a moment of silence? It's amazing that I'm going to knock on wood right now, but it's amazing that it's quiet at the moment. Yeah, but usually where Sierra is looking for people to talk to and fill the silence, I'm like, give me the silence, please.
And that's why we balance out.
We do.
But the really cool thing about our charts is that, so when you are like doing a, you know, you can look at Tara's chart and my chart and how they talk to each other. But when you make our composite chart, when you put our charts together and find out how we function as a unit, we are a 6 times Scorpio. We are a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Pluto.
So get ready for some intensity here.
Yeah. So intensity, but also like, you know, the mystery and intrigue and also the taboo topics. No wonder why we love talking about all this stuff. Like we're going to get into it. Like a whole new segment coming out with this rebirth is going to be The Stars Made Me Ponder. And we're going to get into all the topics of all like the weird and curious and mysterious things that I think so many of us like millennials were into in like middle school times, like elementary, middle school times, like all that weird stuff. But yeah, so our composite chart has 6 Scorpio placements. And it's just, I mean, it just makes sense. Growing up, we're like, hey, everybody, we're going to need a whole week to hang out. And then we can hang out with the rest of you. Like Scorpio obsession, then we can hang out with the rest of you. And that's so welcome to our little Scorpio world here.
Yes. Yeah, and also you just like I really enjoy, are they called composite charts when you do that? When you put them together with,
Yeah.
just like, and I mean you can do that with a friend, you can do that with like a romantic partner, you can do that with someone you don't like, and be like, why do we have such friction, I really enjoy the composite charts. So to find
Yeah.
out that ours was such an intensely Scorpio one, it made sense and also was surprising at the same time, but yeah, makes sense.
It was like, holy shit. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know anyone else who I could possibly be a 6-time Scorpio with. Like, of
Yeah.
course we are.
And you just
So-
imagine that as a human. Like, if there was a person who was a 6-time Scorpio, like, that would be a force to be reckoned with.
Are you a 6-time Scorpio? Anyone listening?
Yes, please let us know. Or let us know if you have, like, a lot of Scorpio in your chart.
And if you vibe
You
with this,
won't.
because
You won't tell us.
You won't. you,
Because you're a secret
you'll
Scorpio.
note it, but you're not going to share it. Yeah. But like, that's the thing. It's because you're this airy and I'm this fiery. And so we're doing this podcast. We're constantly talking, but then together we bring that Scorpio. We bring the Scorpio. And so we shall, which is Scorpio energy is so, like astrological energy rather, is so scorpionic. So I love that. And
Scorpionic.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Can we do it with the others?
Libric.
Librionic?
Librionic.
I don't know. Let's move on.
Sagittarianic. It doesn't. Scorpionic is.
Scorpionic is the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming at you in a scorpionic way. So we are going to just give you a brief overview of what's to come with this rebirth, and then going to show you what we have. Very fun new kind of sign off to this episode, to our new episodes. So what you can look forward to in this rebirth is we are going to still have these educational episodes. If you are interested in learning about a certain astrology topic, please reach out to us. And if there's something that you have maybe heard before and would like a new and revamped episode on that particular topic, please reach out. If you are, wondering about your Capricorn moon or about your Libra moon or about your Gemini Mars or whatever it might be, we can add that to the list of topics to deliver. And we also, heart of the podcast, are going to keep up with the analysis episodes. So we already have a massive list of analysis episodes that we're going to do where we talk about, the characters of a TV series, movie, book, whatever it may be. We speculate what those characters' signs are. And then sometimes if they're actors or whatever, we can look up those actor signs as well.
Mm-hmm. And if there's one that you want us to do that, suggested. And I'd say like a movie, preferably, or a book, because like, it's hard to commit to an entire TV show. But I mean, if there's a movie where you're like, I need to know, what do you think their signs are? I'm happy to watch a movie and
absolutely
analyze that. Yeah.
And also, like, I kind of in our rebirth and nostalgia mindset, like so many people I think are going back to like I'm back in a Gilmore Girls like phase right now just because I need some comfort. Like we're all seeking that kind of comfort nostalgia too. So let us know what your favorite shows were that you're rewatching, and if we've seen it, we're definitely down to talk about it, or like favorite movies from the past.
Yep.
And we're also going to have events episodes. So if you have been around and have listened to some of the Stars Made Me Murder episodes where we talk about a true millennial true crime plus astrology, like that's where it's at for us. Just going over some of those cases and what the astrology of the people involved in a respectful way, and in the astrology of the time when those things took place, but not just in a true crime way, also in major events. We have those episodes coming to you, and we, like I mentioned, are going to have a whole new segment of the Stars Made Me Ponder, which like Tara's already got the longest list of topics for the Stars Made Me Ponder.
Because, like what's Bigfoot's sign? What's a gnome? Things like that. And Mandela effect and glitches in the matrix and timeline shifts and all that sort of fun stuff, because I obsess about that probably a little bit more than astrology at this moment in time. But yeah, why not talk about that?
Yeah, and we are obviously always doing it with an astrology lens. So we've got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that we're pondering. And then if you're a reader, a big reader like I am, like I mentioned, I host a book club and it's got people from all over the world in it and we like to read magical books. And so we're going to have some Stars Made Me Read It episodes coming in and out of this rebirth and talk about those books and characters and author and all of that. So you can look forward to some book related episodes as well. And like I mentioned, we're having a lot of guests and recurring guests coming in on future episodes and lots more. So stay tuned for all the new things that we've got coming our way and coming your way and our way. And the first new one that we're going to experience here is we have a cosmic sign off.
Yes, the cosmic sign off. This is exciting.
We have two different types of cosmic sign-offs. They're either going to be a birth chart hotline or an astro confessional. So if you would like to be part of the podcast and have your voice on here or have something written out and we read it, you can email us at thestarsmademepodcast@gmail.com. And we are asking for a 1 minute or less voice memo or a 200 word or less little blurb. And we are going to be reading either your birth chart hotline or your astro confessional and gonna do a little, I guess, assessment on it, talk about it, hopefully give you some help with it or just astro tips and tricks with it. And we have our first one today that we're going to share with you. So we have a voice memo coming in from Katie in Paris.
Hi, Stars Made Me Do It, girls. I have a quick question. So I'm a beginner in astrology, and I'm just looking to understand my chart a little bit more. So my big three are Virgo Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Gemini Rising. And what I'm super interested in today is figuring out my Mercury and how it interacts with my Sun. So my Mercury is in 5th house Virgo, and my Sun is in 4th house Virgo. And so I'm super curious about if these interact with each other, if they oppose each other, and what that means for this upcoming Mercury retrograde that just started and what I can expect from that. Thanks so much.
So thanks to Katie for sending that in. And I love this question. So with her top three being Virgo Sun, Scorpio Moon, Gemini Rising, I already just like that energy. Anytime we've got Virgo and Gemini, I'm like, what a brainiac, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's asking about her Mercury. And she has a Virgo Mercury. And she's asking about her Mercury, and she's such a mercurial girly because we've got Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And so, and what's really like fun about this, I always love when we can have like real life examples, is you are a Libra sun, but you also have a, oh my God, my brain, Virgo Mercury.
Virgo Mercury,
Virgo,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Virgo
Mm-hmm.
Mercury. So I love this question because for those who don't know, you can only have your Mercury sign in the same sign as your sun,
Mm-hmm.
the sign before it or the sign after it, because the sun and Mercury are so close to one another. So it can only be
Yes.
in one of those three signs. And so Tara's our example of she is a Libra sun, but she's got her Mercury in the sign before her sun.
Mm-hmm.
And so Katie has this Virgo sun and Virgo Mercury. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like as far as you go, Tara, like you do have this different sun and Mercury. And what do you know and feel about that?
I know that I want to say things in a certain way. I want to say things carefully, and it does not always come out how I want it to. And it's frustrating. And I'm jealous of people that have Sun and Mercury the same. I wish I had the same placement. Not that I wish, but like what a gift that is to have them in the same place. Because I mean, you listen to that, like she spoke very nicely, very clearly, got her point across, and was like, "Here's what I am. Here's my question. Tell me about it." And meanwhile, my brain is like, I'm going to circle it a couple times before I actually get to the point. So as a Libra with Virgo Mercury, it's frustrating, I guess, is the way to put it. Where, you know, if now that I think about it, and I always forget that where you know, your Mercury is going to be 3 signs. You have 3 options based on what your sun is. Where a lot of the time those signs that are right next door are conflicting. Where I mean, I struggle with Virgos sometimes. So to have the Virgo Mercury and to want to be so precise in how I'm speaking, and then my Libra airheadedness just being like, but I can't gather the thoughts properly. Like, they're in my head, but they won't come out the way I want them to come out. I guess it's the Virgo is internal and then it comes out as Libra spew, you know?
Yeah, no, but that's such a good point though. Like, and of course my Sagittarius positive ass, like I see it as such an asset too. Like I see how you with your Libra placements having Virgo Mercury, I'm like, so not only are you a diplomatic peacekeeper, but you can back it up with factual details of a Virgo, you know? And we can get into this in another episode, but it like you also have Mercury retrograde. And like Katie, so you're asking about like your like Mercury in Virgo as a Virgo, and Tara like is giving us that example of when it's not in the same sign, and like,
so for you it's a gift
to remind you of
gift.
a superpower. And so like when you have the sun and Mercury in the same sign, your sun is your main life force. Your Mercury is everything you're processing. It's thinking, learning, teaching, communicating, everything that you use to process information. And so when you're processing information in the same way as your main character energy, there's an immediate from inside to outside and embodiment of all of those thoughts. And so like someone like Tara, like, you know, you see that as an asset, whereas someone like me who, when it's Sagittarius, when you're a Sagittarius and you have Sagittarius sun and Mercury like I do, thought it, said it, should I have? You know? And that's the part of it too that doesn't, like, you have a translation. When you have the same sun and Mercury, you have a translation that happens with that processing.
It's like you meant what you said and you said what you meant.
Yep.
When you have the two.
For better or worse.
Yes, yes.
But also, you know, I think, Katie, why it's such a superpower for you is that Mercury rules Virgo. So you have Mercury in Virgo, and Tara, you have that too. That is a superpower to have Mercury in Virgo or Mercury in Gemini, because Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. That's such a superpower because it's meant to communicate. That's what it does. And so, Katie, the fact that you have your sun in Virgo and your Mercury in Virgo means that you are able to process information, communicate, think, teach, learn, all in the same way that vibes with your main character energy. But also you did mention that you have your Virgo sun in your 5th house and your Virgo Mercury in your 4th house. And that is something that is extra specific to your chart. And that's using Placidus system for anyone who's interested, because you can have the same sign in different houses in the Placidus system. If you don't understand what that means, that could be a question for another day. But that also means that your sun life force energy is coming with this extra fiery, creative, passionate flavor. And then your Mercury is coming with a much more feeling and caring and private nature. And so while you do still have that Virgo sun and Virgo Mercury, you do have a little bit of a different way in which those areas, in what areas of life those energies show up in. And you might be a little bit more guarded with what you communicate in that 4th house, and much more shiny in your personality with that 5th house Virgo sun. And I have that as well, where I have my Sagittarius sun in my 11th house and my Sagittarius Mercury in my 12th house. And so I have that very like shiny sun personality in that 11th house spotlight. And then I have that more, mysterious, I don't really know what I'm saying until I finish saying it, 12th house Mercury energy. So, Katie, we really appreciate you calling in for the birth chart hotline. What we're saying is that it is a superpower to have a Virgo Mercury, and it's a double superpower to have the same sun and Mercury, and you get to use that communication. I feel like anybody listening, like Tara said, just can hear your precise way of explaining yourself and knowing what you want to ask. And also, Scorpio Moon girlies, we'll have to do a separate episode for you, because that's a whole really intense superpower.
Scorpio Mercury?
Scorpio moon. She said she's a Scorpio moon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Scorpio moon. Okay.
So, Scorpio moon is going to have to be, if anyone out there is interested in a Scorpio moon episode, that's something that I think they always want to find the answers of their emotions. And together, Tara and I are a Scorpio moon, so we can do our best to talk about that. But yeah, thanks, Katie, for
thank you, Katie.
your birth chart hotline. And if you would like to share anything about your chart and ask about it, or if you would like to confess anything and have us talk about those signs, if you got any juicy astro gossip, it doesn't have to be astro gossip, it could just be regular life gossip, and we'll talk about the astrology of it. Feel free to send that to us for a future episode.
Yes. Very cool.
We have exciting episodes coming up. Stay tuned. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being reborn with us in Phoenix ways. That also, Phoenix is like kind of associated with Scorpio. So even though it's fiery, I love that.
My brain went to the location. I'm like, what is she talking about?
Coming to you from Phoenix, aka the East Coast of America and Paris. No, Phoenix rising from the ashes, rebirth.
Yes.
Alrighty. Tara, why were we reborn today?
Because the stars made me do it.